Hey, I'm Chrono Garuda. Today we're going to take a look at the Power Rangers Dino Fury Mosa Razor Zord. Now, to start things off with the packaging, you got his open exposure of the figure, which is really stupid. Power Rangers Dino Fury logo here shows that it just transforms. The Zord link, some artwork of its Mosasaurus mode and its Warrior mode on the side. Once again, Zord link, Mosa Razor Zord. On the top, Power Rangers Dino Fury. On the side, some artwork of the Primal Ultra Zord, which looks pretty nice. Not much really at the bottom. And then at the back, it just shows you everything it does. You can use the key with the Dino Knight Morpher and presumably with the Dino Fury Morpher as well. And just shows the components you can use to make the different combinations, including the Primal Ultra Zord at the bottom. Actually, no, this is the Primal Ultra Zord here. That's basically it for the packaging, so let's open this thing up and let's see how awesome it truly is. And here we have the Mosa Razor Zord out of the packaging, and I honestly think it's a pretty decent design. I mean, not my absolute favorite, but for an aquatic reptile Zord, I think they did a pretty solid job. They, as in Bandai and Plex, when designing Kishiryu Neptune, which this is based on, but I don't like how there's this gap here. This is obviously the legs and just the robot mode just lying down, but I don't know, you can also see the feet here, and that's just kind of a lazy design. Now, I'm not judging the toy itself, I am judging the design of Kishiryu Neptune. And anyway, back to the main point. It just, I don't know, it feels a little lazy with the design, but it kind of works at the same time. It kind of think of a mermaid with the legs together like that. That's what kind of comes into mind. And also, one thing I really don't like about this toy is how some of the spikes are warped, as well as the blade on the tail, which just becomes the sword. I don't know why they keep doing this, but like Hasbro really needs to fix this up on future releases of their Megazords. And what's interesting is that this piece can actually flip upward, and I think this was for the Spinosaurus mode in Ryu Soldier. And the Demetra Blaze Zord was never released in this toy line, which could combine with this to make this Spinosaurus-like mode, but sadly Hasbro has been doing a crappy job with the Zord releases, because they only release some of the main ones, and then some of the other ones would not be released. Like, I don't know why they keep doing that. I mean, Bandai of America done this too, but they really need to pick up their game. I also don't like how these things kind of stick out. It just looks a little off, but I don't know how else they could have implemented it. And now, as for little accessories, you get these two Ammonite looking things, which are kind of neat looking. They kind of look like Pokemon, but they don't really do anything in this mode, but they become the fists. But for now, what I like to do is I like to just stick them on here, and that doesn't look too bad. As for the other accessory, you get the key. Nice head sculpt to it and everything. And you open this up, you got some nice molded in detail, and you got the Gold Ranger back there. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the Morpher with me at the moment. I have it stored away somewhere, so I won't be able to demo the sounds, but maybe in a future video I might be able to do it if I get the Morpher out. And that's about it. Now, for articulation, the mouth can actually open really wide. Now, what's actually neat about this toy is that unlike the T-Rex Champion Zord, you can actually store the key inside here for if you want to just keep it in there, and it actually looks pretty good. But of course, when you open the mouth and you want to play with it, you got that key in there, so I'll just take that out. And there you go. Now for some size comparisons. Here it is next to the high-grade Gundam Revive, the Robot Spirits Evangelion, the Soul Chogokin Daltanius, and the T-Rex Champion Zord. So overall, the Mosasaurus mode is alright, but how does the robot mode hold up? Let's find out. here we have the Mosa Zord in its robot mode, and I think it looks really, really cool. I love how the whole mouth just opens up and kind of just almost, I don't know how to describe it, but I guess it's kind of like armor, but it's a little impractical because how would this mecha be able to really look around? And the articulation on the head is actually a little limited with the ball joint. But luckily, they did allow that this can actually swivel. So that's pretty cool. And as for other articulation, you can move the arms, but it kind of gets in the way here. You can go out that far. Got a, oh, it came off. Got a swivel here. Got a bend with some nice ratchety clicks a little. And let's see what else you got. Got a waist. Actually no waist. That's a disappointment. The legs can go out that far. These pieces can kind of move around, and this can actually separate. But that's probably for like some feature combinations with the Prime Ultra Zord. And these pieces here, which this actually makes me think of Namor, the Submariner. But these little pieces here kind of make me think of those little wings on the sides of his ankles. But anyway, these can move around, which is not really essential. And I actually just found out that these are actually here, and they can actually move too. That's probably for the Mosa Source mode and the Spinosaurus mode, had the Metro Blade Zord been released. And that's about it for articulation. And for the tail that we removed, it's now his little sword thing. We just stick it in there, and for some strange reason, it doesn't really lock into place or go in all the way, but that's all you can do. But I wouldn't want to do it too deep because I do not want to damage it. But you can put it in some kind of decent pose here. Oh yes, you also get knee articulation. That's always nice. And see if we can get him in some kind of pose. Let's see. Oh, and the ankles. I almost forgot about the ankles, but they're also on ball joints, and those are pretty tricky to get in when you take them out of the box. So let's see if we can put him in a pose. Came to a pose. And well, there you go. Let's do some size comparisons again. Gundam, Ava, Daltanius, and the T-Rex Champion Zord. Now, unfortunately, this figure does not have any combinations with the T-Rex Champion Zord or the Dino Fury Zord itself on its own. But overall, as a standalone figure, I think it's pretty decent. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the flip side.